this is weird. Okay.
Why is it weird?
Because, like, I was like, maybe we'll just, like, pretend you're Jordy, and then it will be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work very well.
I can't pretend to be... I was going to say something, and it's a little early for dark humor.
I know. We can do it offline.
Yeah.
Offline dark humor. It's been not even a week. Yeah.
It's been 4 days.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay, well, we have a few things we wanted to get to, but one, I was listening to our last podcast episode, which was 3.5 months ago, almost 4 months ago. And I actually took notes. Okay. I have notes. So it brought back a lot because at that point, Jordy was talking about medically what had been going on. And she had like just received results that maybe there's a reoccurrence in a different spot. They're like, oh, maybe there's something, new spot. And it was too early to tell. But I just had this feeling inside of me that like she wouldn't have been able to like come out of that reoccurrence. And you can kind of hear maybe about just, I don't know, more sad during that episode that we were recording it because no one was calling it. No one's going to call it unless they have 100% certainty. But it just seemed like symptoms were increasing.
Yeah.
And they had a spot.
And you checked me. I don't know if you remember.
No, what did I say?
Checked me in not a way of like standing up to me, but like medical speak where you were just like, yeah, he read you the results of this, but this means in all likelihood that this is regrowth.
Yeah.
And when I kind of framed it that way, it kind of signified okay, we're back at square one.
Yeah.
Again.
And like out of like the treatment options in a way, I mean, they still offered her radiation and chemo and even like a surgery.
Yeah. So at that point, I had to have a conversation with Jordy about quality versus quantity of life. And there was a plan in place that up until about 48 hours before, she was going to have, I don't want to get into it, but she was going to have another surgery.
Yeah, I think when we made the decision, it was like different. And then by the time it was 2 days before,
I had talked to a lot of doctors, just myself, which is something that I hadn't done a lot, from all over the country, who had been very instrumental in helping Jordy in the past. And I got, it wasn't cold feet for Jordy, but basically what I learned was that if she elected to perform this surgery, the time that she would spend recovering would basically equal the amount of time that she had left.
Yeah.
And so the quality versus quantity is like a huge thing.
For sure.
So at that point, we agreed that quality was the best course of action. And so we stopped treatment. We stopped treatment how long ago?
3.5 weeks ago?
More.
A month?
I think it was more. I think it was about a month ago. And there was no pushback, thankfully, from like the medical community. They completely understood.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think they were just saying like Jordy's beat all odds up until this point.
Right. And I do feel like sometimes in these instances where you have, you know, people going through this as opposed to like test subjects,
right,
the medical community could get a little muddied in the like data or trying to, you know, no offense to them at all, it's their job, but at that point, just like there's no cure, there's going to be no cure, and anything that she would have elected to do might have prolonged the quantity, but would have taken away the quality.
Yeah, and
we're talking like days.
Right. It wasn't going to add that much time anyway. And ultimately, there was a tumor going into her brainstem, and you can't really, you can't do treatment to that area. You can't really recover. And going on hospice was like the only decision.
Yes. I had to make that decision with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, her family came over, and I knew I'd have to have the conversation afterward. And then I had the conversation really late at night, and it was probably the hardest conversation I've had in my life about like, hey, I think these are the options going forward. And I think the option that makes the most sense from a caregiving perspective, from an overall quality perspective, is to enter hospice and stop treatment.
Yeah, it's probably one of the hardest decisions from a caregiving role.
It was difficult, but I knew it was the right decision.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think everybody quickly after realized that it was also the right 100%. Decision. I mean, can you imagine if she had been in the hospital recovering 48 hours later?
I was just thinking about this of like, she would have had surgery like a month ago to this day.
Yeah.
I could not she would not have been able to recover from that.
And we're talking, skull surgery.
Yeah.
We're not just talking like a, minor procedure or whatnot.
And I think Jordy never wanted to give up. So she like needed you to make that call for her.
And this surgery at best would have just relieved symptoms as opposed to prolonging her timeline.
Yeah.
So.
And I think ultimately the symptoms were the tumor.
Yeah. It was a difficult conversation. I look back on it. I'll never forget that conversation. Mm-hmm. But I'm really happy to know that we were in unison.
Yes.
On that. And
you were aligned.
We all were.
Can I tell you one unknown thing that was really hard for me as a result of that?
Sure.
An indirect. Well, this is like so silly, but I couldn't access her chart. There was no chart.
What do you mean?
There's when she went into hospice, her UCLA stopped her medical care.
Right.
So I would like look at her chart every day to see, like, feel connected to her in like the physical world. And then there were no more chart notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why did you want to look at chart notes?
Oh, because it just made me feel like connected of like, what is.
But that time is.
Yeah.
There's nothing to really.
I know. It didn't matter. It was more of like, oh, she had an appointment today. Let me just go see what that appointment. I don't know. Even though I would talk to her and see her.
But what would have having it readily available still and looking back on it have done for you?
Nothing really.
So why were you so enamored?
Because I think it was just it was different. It was like there were so many appointments she had, and then there was just no more.
They just stopped.
It just stopped completely.
Yeah.
It was a really long like acceptance path, and that was my last piece that I was hanging on to.
The ironic thing is that it might have, no more appointments, and they stopped on paper.
I know they did not.
I had so many appointments once we decided to.
That's crazy.
Elect into hospice. Like, I'm talking like probably double-digit number of appointments within a week.
Really?
Of like check-ins we had to do.
Oh, that's right.
We had to do check-ins with physicians to access death with dignity medication.
Yes.
We had to do hospice visits. We had to do caregiver visits. We had to do.
That's true. Social workers come.
Social workers. It was music therapists for Brody.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot. It was just like an open door at my house, which I loved, but.
Oh, yeah. And overwhelming.
It was overwhelming. Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, on the 13th, Jordy, after about I'd say about a month in hospice, which was longer than any of the doctors, palliative care, hospice, you name it, nurses, caregivers, ever thought she would, last. She passed away in our bedroom back there.
It's really weird to be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, do you want to tell them how we found out that she passed away?
Yeah. Okay. So Jordy is like a true frickin' fighter. And she she put up a fight until the very last moment of time.
And elected not to do the death with dignity.
Yeah.
And so...
I think it was just too scary, and we understood, and hospice was here, and they were telling us, like, okay, it's time, say your goodbyes. Right. I think we had like 20 goodbyes. I
probably said goodbye, probably like 20 to 30 times.
The caregiver was like, I've never seen this process take so long.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people are like, oh, I'm so sad. There were things left unsaid. I couldn't come up with more words.
Well, yeah, she was sedated for a long time.
Yeah.
And we thought even before she got sedated, that's when we would say goodbye.
Right.
When she was still able to talk and whatnot.
And this is what surprised me. I don't know if anyone feels like similar to this, but saying my goodbyes while she could still hear me and say words back was like kind of scary, because I didn't want to let her down if she wasn't fully aware of what was happening.
Right.
So that was hard to say goodbye and then to have her respond. I don't know. That was just it was not what I expected, sure. I guess.
No, I agree with that.
But anyway, it was 6 days of dying almost. I don't know any other way to put it.
It was 5 nights of waking up.
Yeah.
Being absolutely floored that she was still alive.
Yeah.
All of us.
And so then at the very last day, even the hospice nurse was like, you guys just need to stay out of the room. This is not, I think needs some time alone
to let go.
And I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is so stressful. This is so intense and traumatic. And I went up to Hank and I said, Hank, say yes. This is what Emma does to Ryan. Hank, say yes. Can I say this?
There were about 10 people in this house at the time.
Yeah. Okay, can I tell the story? Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, Hank, say yes. Do you want to come to a bar, Alex and I? Because we need a freaking drink. And at first...
I said no.
Yeah. I was like, shit. Okay. I'm like, are you sure? And then you're like, we have drinks here. I'm like, no, I need a cocktail, not a beer.
Right.
I need a cocktail. And then literally right as we were about to go, you're like, okay, fine, I'll come, but I'm going to get water.
I realized in my head, I hadn't been outside of the confines of my house
for so long,
in probably over a week.
Yep.
And so it felt almost like pandemic vibes for me, where I was like, I forgot what life was like outside.
Yes. And then Alex and I went into the room, and Alex said to Jordy, hey, Jordy, me, Erica, and Hank, we're going to go get a drink. We're all going to leave for a little bit. And then we left, and we left, and then 20 minutes later, you get the text.
I get a text from her mom. As soon as we sit down, you guys ordered your drinks.
Well, we had a few sips of our drink.
Yep. And I just had my phone on the table, sipping on water. Nice H2O.
Yeah.
And maybe 5 minutes into having our drinks, we get a text of just, she is dead.
Yeah.
Which now we know is very common.
I think she wanted to know that we could, we were going to do something and we would be okay.
I think.
You think trying to be alone?
I think she didn't want us to be there.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's more about her not wanting
people to see her. I mean, it's so intimate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost positive about that.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. She likes not having attention on her. And
there's so much attention.
There's so much attention on her the entire time. And I think it is just overwhelming for her to let go.
Yeah.
And it's already hard for her to let go. And so this was kind of a perfect storm for her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To be able to let go. And I learned shortly after that this happens a lot in hospice. So crazy. Where when people are absent from a hospice patient is often when they choose to go.
It's really wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, knowing who Jordy is. And I think for like a lot of different emotions, like there was relief because we saw how much she was like struggling and we knew what was going to happen. And then since then it's been like confusion, shock, sad. I'm like, I cry, laugh looking at pictures, relieved that she's not in pain, but it's really fucking weird that like she's not here.
The first night was hard.
Yeah.
Like the night that she passed away was really hard because I'd completely forgotten what life was like before the diagnosis. And then your sister, Alex's sister, I believe, bought this like digital frame that has like a bunch of pictures of Jordy from like way back. And I was like completely floored at how much I forgot I had spent time with her before I was you know, married to somebody who had terminal brain cancer.
That must be like a really common experience. I mean, right. I'm like, I have to like look back. It was so long of like, and so slow, like the decline that like you got used to like the new phase of where she was, that me too, like looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I like kind of forgot about all of these things.
I'd completely forgot that like our life was just the best.
I know, when you said that, it made me so sad because like,
and forgetting about that made me super emotional.
For sure.
And then since then, it's been a lot of confusion.
Yeah, that's where I am too.
Yeah, a lot of confusion. A lot of like, so what do I do now?
Yeah.
And a lot of like, just uncertainty about the future.
That makes sense. Your whole life was like around her and caregiving, and then it's so abrupt. Like her decline was so slow and gradual, and then this is so abrupt. Yeah. In a way, though, I do feel like my grieving process is different from mostly everybody else's grieving process, in the fact that like being a caregiver and being hands-on for that long, you grieve during the experience as opposed to being ultra reactionary to the experience. And so there's this, you know, it comes in waves. There's a lot of relief. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of, you know, looking at the past and being kind of like sad that that's no longer going to be your life. And, you know, there's resentment, there's a ton of feelings, and that's, I think, all kind of like combines into confusion. And it's like one thought usually doesn't really connect with the next thought. It's that makes sense. Of like, it's a roller coaster.
It's like Goliath.
And like you're still like a dad, right? Like then you're like parenting a grieving child.
I had to go to our grief family therapist 3 hours after after Jordy passed. Yeah. And it was a blessing in disguise, not a blessing in disguise. It was a blessing that we were able to. I'm so grateful that like you had her. Yeah. And it's going to be, it's a whole new challenge now. I know. Of being a dad. But you know, like he'll never forget his mom. I know he will not. Ever. And he'll always have this podcast and videos to look back on. Which makes me really, really grateful. I know this is like why Jordy wanted to do it and make these videos. And like, even for like, it's such a gift to like the world and to Brody and Yeah. And I know it couldn't have been, you know, we couldn't have done it without the support and community that she had from the onset and that she built. That's very true. It was really, 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 really difficult for her to put her face in front of a camera. I know, and she did it. Not as difficult for you. But it took some time for her to become her true, authentic self on camera. I know it does. I remember with the first video, some asshole was like, "This seems so scripted." Right. And Jordy was like, "I'm literally like was just diagnosed with brain cancer and I'm trying to come on here." Like, right. It was like she had to learn to figure out like, how do I be myself on camera? So at first she was, for that video, the reason why it seemed like that is because it was scripted. She wrote that down.
Yeah.
And the goal for me was to never have her write anything down for any video whatsoever.
But she just like felt like she needed it. Like,
I know. But then she became more comfortable when she realized a camera is not a person.
Right.
And so I can edit her to make her sound however she wants to sound. And then she became really good at it. And it's just like with anything, it takes practice. And not only did she become good at it, she was kind of viral, I guess you could say, right?
Well, it's been really nice to see everyone come out like strangers from all around the world who feel connected to her. And it just, it fills me with like, I don't know, a lot of
gratitude.
Yeah. And like love. And I love reading all the comments on the post of just the impact she's had on people.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky that she chose me to be her friend. Like everyone wanted to be friends with her.
Yeah. And how she was on camera was how she was in real life.
Yeah.
It was not like a fake, internet personality or anything like that. That's how she was in her marriage. That's how she was as a mother. That's how she was with Erica. That's how she was to the dogs. That's how she was to her family. She was just up
until the very last moment. The day, 2 days before she died, she had like the end of life rally where you kind of like wake up again. And she said to the caregiver, "Thank you so much for taking care of me." And then told her, "Do you know my husband, Hank, is just the nicest,
So when we first started dating, this was 2016? Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I was much more of a brash, black and white. I don't even know what the word is for, but like strongly opinionated person. And the thing that she taught me the most was to empathize with other people.
Yeah.
And so to this day, that's like the main thing I've learned from her is to like know that you never, ever, ever know what somebody else is going through.
That's very true.
And so having that mindset going forward instead of just judging somebody based off their cover is something that she would frown upon. And so when she kind of like indirectly kind of laid that groundwork into me and then decided to go to grad school and then decided to become a therapist, it was like, it helped me become a much calmer and more grounded and more...
That makes sense.
Yeah. More just a warmer person. And realize like as a caregiver, especially like what matters and what doesn't. Right. And so, yeah, my life is, these past 2.5 years have been crazy.
Like so crazy. It's like, it's hard to think about time.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't even know if we'll continue this podcast. Like, we'll see. If people want to hear something from us about you or like recollect stories or whatever, like we're happy to, but we don't want to continue this for the clout. No. We want to, if we're to continue this, we need to do it with what Jordy would want us to continue it for.
Oh, I miss her.
I miss her a lot too. And like, I just want to, before we go, thank everybody, friends, family, support system, dogs, cousins, you name it.
Definitely the dogs.
Definitely the dogs. What is our community? Are we the neighbors?
Neighbors.
Our neighbors. You guys have been nothing short of special.
It's true.
For both Erica and Jordy. And it has been an absolute privilege to help create this from behind the scenes.
That's very sweet.
But as for the future of this, we have no idea.
Yeah. Also, Jordy and I, so this was probably, I don't know, almost like 9 months ago. I had asked, she said, I want to do one last episode. But honestly, from like my perspective, it was really hard to say, hey, want to film the last episode when like she was fighting and thought she was living. That wasn't something that was very easy for me when we were recording current podcasts to say, let's record the last one. I just didn't know how to do it. So when she was on hospice, I did ask, would you like to record? And she said yes, which really surprised both of us. And then I was like, okay, well, I don't really know how to go about this just because her symptoms were increasing and
she couldn't really string together a lot of coherent thoughts consecutively.
Yeah. And like her memory, like she knew long-term memory was totally fine, but her short-term memory was really difficult. Even like seconds long was hard. So I wanted to like portray her in like a way of who she is and not let GBM like be shown in this recording. So we did record something. I don't know if we're going to share any of it. I
have yet to listen to it.
Yeah, he hasn't listened to it.
You sent it to me a couple weeks ago, but a lot has happened since.
A lot has happened since. We'll see. Hank will look through it.
It's a short clip, right? I'll decide.
Well, I think it would probably just share like 3 to 5 minutes with everyone. Gotcha. But she did have some insights to share to the neighbors of Grief Street. And even then, like GBM took so much away from her, but like the core essence of who she was still like shone through.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to get at.
Well, the past 6 months have been really hard.
Yeah.
And I think about 6 months ago, well, actually longer. Okay, let's see. August, September, October, November. So 9 months ago was when you got like stuck. And physically stuck, not mentally, physically stuck. And you went to the ER, and then they found a reoccurrence at that point. And your doctor said, like, without treatment, you'd be given like 3 to 6 months. Yeah. So then you did more treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because we know like the treatments aren't so effective always, when I heard 3 to 6 months, that's kind of like what I was going off of.
Yeah.
And so everything since then has just felt like, I don't know, like a little miracle.
Yeah. Like borrowed time.
Yeah.
Same.
And I feel like GBM has taken things from you, but it's never taken your essence.
My essence.
Yeah.
The essence of Jordy remains.
It does. You can take your left arm and your left leg and your ability to know where your body is in space, but it can't take away you.
Yeah. I agree with that. Mostly.
I think it's hard when you're in your own brain.
Yeah.
And you think you're hard on yourself.
Yeah. I've been trying to be less hard on myself. And I think I've been doing an okay job.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, it just feels like everything's gone slow and fast at the same time.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah. It's felt like a really, like, at times, like a slow decline, and then other times, like, really fast, like, GBM. When I think about pre-GBM, that feels like forever ago.
So long.
Like, forever ago. So that feels so odd. But then when I think about, like, our moments, like, right now, feels like there's urgency and things feel fast.
Yeah, I agree. There are moments that feel slow, like I'm stopped in time.
Yeah. Are you hearing children out there screaming?
Yeah.
I hear
There are children.
Yeah, I hear them screaming over pita bread.
Is that what they're screaming over?
Yeah.
Pita.
Okay, so time sometimes feels so slow that it feels like it's stopped.
Yeah.
Right.
And then sometimes feels so fast.
Yeah. Is there anything you would want to say on Grief Street?
Life changes quick. Sounds so, like, cliche, but it's true. When I think back to then, that just feels like such a long time ago.
I know. It does change quick. So quick.
Like, things are different now, and also not. And that's crazy to think about as well.
Yeah. What feels the same?
GBM was taking up a lot of space.
Yeah.
Back then. It still takes up a lot of space.
Right.
But in different ways. Back then it felt like very, like, mysterious. Like, I didn't know what it was going to be like.
And now?
And now, fully know.
It's a son of a bitch.
Yeah. It is. But I'm still grateful to be here.
I know, me too.
Wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
I love you, Jordy.
I love you too. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, that's true. That's the same.
It's the same. Yeah, even though it's hard, I wouldn't rather be doing anything else.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know that to be true.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to put one foot in front of the other, which is funny to think about because I don't do that. I don't walk.
Figuratively?
Figuratively.
It's hard to put one foot of the other.
Figuratively.
And physically.
And physically, I can't. I mean, I guess, like, I could.
You could.
But I would fall.
Right.
So I wouldn't get anywhere.
It's kind of a metaphor for GBM.
Yeah.
But you, in so many ways, like, again, when I think about the surgery that you had 1.5 years ago, and you woke up half paralyzed.
Yeah.
Like, that surgery gave you maybe all of this time.
It did. Right, I mean, there's no way to know.
No way to know.
But it seems like it contributed to longevity.
I would like to just think that. But I do think that.
I think so, too. It messed me up in other ways. But
I know.
you can't have it all, I guess. Do I want to be here and a little dinged up, or just not here?
Right.
I would rather be here and dinged up.
I'm very grateful for all of our dinged up time together.
Me too. Seriously. I feel so lucky.
Oh,
I know people are probably like, what do you mean?
that's
I'm
insane.
probably like the most unlucky person ever. But I really do feel lucky because it's unlucky to get GBM. Agreed. But to have the outcome
Yeah.
that I have is lucky.
You're lucky with all the people who love you.
I'm so lucky.
But we're the real lucky ones who know you, and yeah,
That's nice.
it's true.
I think I'm the lucky one
I know.
to have had such a beautiful life to, like, know so many beautiful, amazing people. To have such great relationships. My voice sounds so annoying right now.
Does it?
It's because my voice was gonna crack and then it didn't.
No. You're too aware.
And then, I know.
I'm just like, anyone who knows me knows you. Like, you are integrated into my existence.
I love that. Because that means I'll always be with you. I'll always be here. You're getting sad.
No, what would make you think that?
Your tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably so overwhelming for you that I know.
No.
Ugh.
All of it's overwhelming.
Yeah. You would be crying too, okay?
But of course I would.
I'll just remind you that.
I know. You don't have to remind me. I think my body just, like, has, like, too many things happening to it.
Right now?
Yeah. So,
What's
like,
happening?
I can't, like, do the feelings thing.
Oh, it's okay. No, the feelings thing.
You know I'm crying on the inside.
Yeah. I don't see your lack of tears as a measurement of your love for me.
Okay, good.
But I was saying I know you'd be crying if you were me and I were you.
Well, of course. I just feel like this is a perfect manifestation. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I'm listening.
I know. I'm just saying that if you or the listeners get lost, that makes sense, because I don't even know where I'm going with this. Sometimes the feelings are just too overwhelming.
Yep.
To figure out where you're going with them.
I get that. There's so many ways to go.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, I don't know. I feel weird.
Yeah.
It's like a really, really, like I would call her because she was sleeping a lot. I called her every single time I got in the car, probably like 5 times a day. And
What do you mean? Oh, you mean
when she was
in hospice?
And before, just like the past few months,
Got it.
I would call her all the time because she was sleeping a lot and I didn't know when I would get her on the phone. And it's really weird not to call her. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Seeing people put past tense with her name. It's really, really odd.
I know.
And I don't think my mind has fully come to terms with the reality.
Well, I think that's part of the reason this is a good segue is why we're having the memorial when she would hate for it to be called a memorial. I apologize.
I know. The celebration.
The celebration of life. I think that's why we're waiting to have a celebration of life, which is going to be February 9th at .rel in Valley Village.
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yep. If you can't, it's open to the public. If you choose to attend, great. If you don't want to,
totally fine.
Totally fine. It will be live streamed as well. So look on socials for all that information.
Well, she did tell us, she was very clear about what she wanted.
Very. Her former supervisor, then therapist, Debbie Frankel, past guest on Grave Street, had her fill out what was called the 5 wishes. Mm-hmm. Is this like a known thing in the community?
I don't think so. I think this is like Debbie Frankel's thing, but I love
it's great.
thing.
It's basically a death will.
Yeah.
Like what you want everybody to know about how you want to be cared for during and post death. Like for when you're in hospice, when you're, you know, no longer able to communicate, you know, post, you know, death ceremony, what kind, what do you want?
Right.
All from the person themselves.
And I love that it's in writing.
It's in writing.
She had told us many times, but then having this in writing just made it
Give us a lot of clarity.
Yeah.
And a lot of closure. Because I know a lot of people in the past, I'm sure you've had family, but I've had family where post-death stuff can get very...
Oh, yeah, it can get tricky.
Tricky in terms of wants, needs, you know, and this was very clear from her.
Yeah.
And what she wants is what I want. And so...
That's true.
She wants this to be a celebration.
Which is like, also, I'm like, oh, Jordy, it's hard because I feel so sad.
You know what? You know what else she wanted was, and I'm going to be very clear about this because we wrote it on the
Oh yeah,
too, is no formal attire, no suits,
no black,
no dress shoes, no black, no nothing. Dress casually to this.
Yeah, she would not want people wearing like to be like mourning in the way that traditionally people mourn. That is not what she wants at all.
Dress like you're Adam Sandler going to an award show.
Can you put an image in for that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just wears like huge basketball shorts and a zip up.
Love it.
Yeah. I've seen him around Brentwood.
Oh yeah. I saw him in a Vocesante.
I saw him in Sweetgreen.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Singing really loudly to himself.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
That's really random.
Very funny. I think I was walking from your house to the Sweetgreen to grab something.
And he was singing?
He was like sitting, he was like walking and sitting himself down outside to eat, and he was singing himself a song.
That's
like,
great.
Yeah.
I love that.
And, you know, that carefree attitude is...
It's kind of what we want everyone to bring.
Exactly. So, is there any other things that you want to kind of rehash or talk about, or maybe ask the audience?
Yeah. Well, one thing it's like weird even recording this because like in this moment,
we didn't decide to record this until like 2 days ago.
That's true. This was very last minute. I don't feel like sad right now.
No.
And that's weird. But sometimes it just like overcomes me, washes me like a wave, like a tsunami wave. But I think to like live, I mean, Jordy has so many amazing insights. And if like you want to honor Jordy, then I would say like live life authentically and be kind to others.
Yeah.
That's the best way to keep her legacy alive.
Yeah. And to those people who have supported us from the beginning, like,
yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Your unwavering support from people who we hadn't heard from until 24 hours ago. We didn't know they existed. To people who have been in our lives forever. It's all meant a lot to us. And we're only at the beginning stages of this post-Jordy life that we have. But it's not going to deter from the fact that she's always going to live and remain in all of our lives going forward.
That is
especially
true.
Brody's.
I know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to have to like think about parenting from a perspective of what would Jordy do, what would mommy do, as opposed to like mommy being here.
Well, hey, okay, one other thing before we go is like even when Jordy couldn't parent in the same way, I always love how you always included her. And when she couldn't like walk up to him, you'd be like, Brody, go to mommy, listen to what she just said to you. And you always did that. And I just was so grateful that like you never lost sight.
Being a mom was like her dream.
I know.
It was her dream.
I know.
To be a mom more than anything else in the world. And so like I wanted to make sure that she didn't lose that identity.
I know. And you made sure she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's
fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's over.
I know.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay, I think.
I think I'm going to be okay too, because Jordy would yell at me.
I know.
If I said I wasn't going to be okay.
I know.
And so like, it's not a question of if I'm going to be okay. It's like, I have to be okay for her.
Right.
And so
She just wanted you to like be okay and be happy and like.
Yep, that's it. Every single time every single time that she would bring up when she's gone, all she cared about is me being happy.
I know. From the moment she was diagnosed.
Yep.
And you built out the Glassner Bible.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have so many like semi-trusts and wills.
Yeah, you do. We have like 7 different versions.
Yeah. And so, yeah. And then like from the Grief Street community, again, thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us what you'd like to...
Yeah, any questions you have, any thoughts you have?
Not even that. I just want to know, like, what do you guys want? If it's closure, that's totally fine with us.
Yeah.
If it's, you know, a continuation of this in a kind of like evolutionary form of this, that's fine too. Because I think Jordy would want us to continue this.
Yeah.
But we have to do it in a way that we feel is...
I know. I don't even know what that would look like.
Exactly. And
it's like so weird.
If you guys have thoughts, ideas, whatnot, please don't be afraid to direct message us, text us, whatever. But I just want to make sure, as somebody who knows how important this is to so many people, judging from the messages that we just received really in the past like 72 hours, that I want to make sure that we're doing right by you.
Yeah.
And so we want to hear from you guys. We want to know exactly how we should either bookend this or turn a new chapter. And we're fine with either.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. And yeah, the other thing about Jordy, and we'll leave it this, is that she hates attention.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And so making this episode all about her when she's not here is going to infuriate her.
I know.
And yeah, she hated attention, but she documented her life. She didn't document her life. I would challenge everybody to go back on her videos and see how often she used the word I or like made videos about herself.
Right.
It was always about the we, you know, it was always about like us as a, you know, communal royal we, I guess.
And all the messages were about like helping other people reframe or feel less alone.
Exactly. It was never about her specifically. It was always about a message that would resonate to the entire, you know, population at large. And so that's all to say that, like, we love you, Jordy.
So much.
We miss you so much.
Yeah.
And you deserve an episode where we just talk about you, whether you like it or not.
Jordy, you deserve like 1 million episodes, but we'll mainly do this one for now.
And then again, before I forget, let's reiterate the Celebration of Life.
Yes.
February 9th.
Monday.
Which is a Monday, 10 a.m. at a.rel in Valley Village, California. I believe it's on Burbank. I think it's on Burbank.
I don't even know.
And then it is open to the public. If you also want to view it via virtually, you can. There will be a live stream link readily available online. So look at our socials for information regarding that.
And then afterwards, there's an invite-only condolences.
Yes.
So it's, if you go to the open public memorial, it will Celebration of Life. It will be like an hour. Yes. So just to let people know.
Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. We cleaned out our closet yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Oh my God. Yeah. And then I got home and my 3-year-old is like, Mommy, those aren't your clothes. No. Where'd you get them? And like, I think she knew. She just wanted me to say it.
Yeah.
And I will live in Jordy's clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird too.
Yeah. But we're going to get dinner with our kids later tonight.
We're going to come over. We're going to make pizzas.
Have sushi.
Eat sushi. Just
sushi and pizza is like
Is that like the best combo?
Jordy would be so proud of us.
Yeah, I'm going to do pizza and wine.
You're not going to do any... Oh, you don't eat sushi.
I don't eat sushi.
Yeah.
But I'll do wine. That's my instead of sushi.
But that's a drink.
Yeah, I know.
That's a liquid. What do you mean? You could have wine with pizza.
Right. And sushi, I don't
You could
know.
have wine with sushi.
Yeah.
Why does wine replace sushi?
Just in my mind, it does. I feel like it's,
No.
It doesn't.
Because it's a drink.
It's a drink. I don't know. It will be my kind of sushi.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll just
Very
leave
good.
it at that.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Possibly talk to you later.
Possibly.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks so much for listening to Grief Street. We put out new episodes every Monday. If you'd like to support us, give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel to find the video version of our episodes. Please subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts and give us a 5-star review. We would love to hear from you and get some feedback. If you'd like to contact us, please email griefstreetpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 508-474-3378. That's 508-GRIEFST. Our theme song is Hepcat Jive, courtesy of purpleplanet.com. We'll see you next time.